The purpose of this video is to show students how to get their feedback from assignments they've turned in using TurnItIn through Canvas. If I go to the grades area of the course, I can see that the homework was called TurnItIn Sample, and I can see that I have earned a score. I've earned my 10 points out of 10 points. If I click the hyperlink to that assignment, it takes me to an area that there is no additional information available here. I have to get my feedback through TurnItIn. So to do that, I need to go to the location where I turned the assignment in. So in this course, it happened to be under the assignments link. Here's the assignment. I'm going to load TurnItIn in a new window. That's just going to open a new browser tab. Here's the paper that I turned in, the title, here's when I turned it in. This would give directions for the assignment. Here is the information for my feedback. I can see the points I've earned. There's a hyperlinked pencil. There's a green box with 15% beside it. This is the similarity report. This lets you know how similar your paper is to other documents found online. A green color is great. If you get to red colors and a high percentage mark of similarity, that's not good. That shows your paper is not original. So to get my feedback, I can click on any of these links. So if I click on the 10, it's going to all of those links are going to take me basically to the same location. And sometimes what happens is it looks like it's going to load like that, and then you're brought back to this screen. That just means that TurnItIn opened up in the background. It's opened up, but it popped to the background, not to the foreground. So that's what happened to me in this case. So here I am. This is giving me an overview of my paper. Along the top part of the screen is a very important area. This is how you can navigate between the originality report and the grade mark report. If you had done a peer review activity with your assignment, you could also go to the peer mark area, but this assignment did not have a peer review. So notice right now the blue button is pushed for grade mark. So that lets me know that I'm looking at how my instructor had marked up my paper. In the bottom left side of the page is my paper, where I can work my way through and see the marks that my instructor placed on my paper. So I notice this little AWK. When I set my cursor on it, it defines what AWK stands for. Here I see a little cloud bubble, and if I click on that, I would read my instructor's comment. There may be a text comment over on the right hand side, or there might be an audio comment available there for you to listen to. Down at the bottom of the screen, notice the comment button is clicked. There are other buttons along the bottom as well. If I move my cursor to the right, this will allow me to view an overview of the quick marks that my instructor made for me. So I click that button, it gives me a comments list, and notice my instructor only commented on the first page. My instructor did not comment on the other pages. Finally, along the bottom is this box, which is the ability to view a rubric that the instructor applied to this paper. So if I click that, you are presented with the markings you received on the rubric. At the bottom left side of the screen, you can click the information button, which provides you with additional information about your paper. Also at the bottom is a print icon. If I were to choose the first option there, it would download in a PDF format the current view of what you're looking at on the paper. So this would download the view of my grade markings. That is grade mark. Now if I move to the left, I can click on the word originality. If I look over here on the match overview area, I can see that area 1 was submitted by a student. If I set my cursor here, I can see this right-facing arrow. If I click that, that's going to provide me with a breakdown of where this came from. So again, click the left-facing arrow, and that gives you back your overview. So that's how you view your feedback from your instructor when you have turned in an assignment using TurnItIn.